A historic era begins at Old Trafford. Manchester United sold to Qatari Billionaire. On April 9, 2025, Manchester United officially enters a new chapter in its storied history. The Glazer family, owners of the club since 2005, have sold their full stake to Qatari billionaire Sheikh Ahmed Al-Mansouri for £6 billion, ending nearly 2 decades of controversial stewardship. The announcement, made at a packed press conference outside Old Trafford, marks the end of a saga that has divided fans and the beginning of an era defined by unprecedented investment and ambition. The Red Devils, long burdened by debt and declining fortunes, now stand poised for a dramatic resurgence under Al-Mansouri's ownership. The Glazers' tenure began with a £790 million leveraged buyout, a move that loaded Manchester United with a debt that has since climbed to £730 million. Their reign saw early success, 13 Premier League titles under Sir Alex Ferguson, but only one came after 2013, alongside sporadic Europa League and FA Cup wins. Meanwhile, Old Trafford deteriorated, its outdated infrastructure a symbol of neglect, while fan protests grew relentless. The #Glazers out movement, peaking with the 2021 Super League backlash, reflected deep unrest. Now, that chapter closes as Al-Mansouri, a 42-year-old financier with a £20 billion fortune, takes the reins. The £6 billion deal, finalised after months of negotiations, clears United's debt in one stroke and secures a £2 billion fund for immediate projects. Al-Mansouri, speaking at his unveiling beneath the Sir Matt Busby statue, outlined his vision: Manchester United will reclaim its place as the world's greatest club. His first act was to confirm a £1.5 billion redevelopment of Old Trafford, set to begin in 2026. The stadium will expand to 90,000 seats, featuring a retractable roof, cutting-edge fan zones, and sustainable design inspired by Qatar's Lusail Stadium. Carrington, the club's training base, will also see a £200 million upgrade, including a new academy hub to nurture future stars. On the pitch, Al-Mansouri has committed £300 million for the summer transfer window. Manager Erik ten Hag, fresh off a 2024 Europa League triumph, will lead the charge, supported by a new sporting director, Jean-Claude Blanc, hired from Paris Saint-Germain. Targets include PSG's Kylian Mbappé, whose contract expires in 2025, and Real Madrid's Jude Bellingham, a £150 million statement signing. Al-Mansouri's stated goal is clear: a Premier League title by 2028 and a Champions League crown by 2030, restoring United's dominance after years of mediocrity. The takeover carries global weight. Qatar, already a football powerhouse via PSG and the 2022 World Cup, now controls Manchester United, cementing its influence in the sport. Al-Mansouri, a key figure in Qatar's sovereign wealth fund, calls it a milestone for football and Manchester. The Premier League has approved the sale, citing Al-Mansouri's financial transparency, though rivals like Manchester City, owned by Abu Dhabi's Sheikh Mansour, have stayed silent. The deal's scale dwarfs Sir Jim Ratcliffe's £1.3 billion minority stake purchase in 2024, which briefly shifted football operations but left the Glazers in control until now. Fans have greeted the news with jubilation. Thousands gathered at Old Trafford on April 8, 2025, chanting "Glazers out" one last time as news broke. Al-Mansouri has moved quickly to win their trust. Ticket prices are frozen for 3 seasons, a £50 million community fund will support Manchester's youth, and a fan advisory board will meet quarterly. "This club belongs to you," he told supporters via a video broadcast on the stadium screens. The contrast with the Glazers, who rarely engaged with fans, is stark. The road ahead isn't without hurdles. Manchester City and Liverpool remain formidable, with Pep Guardiola's side chasing a 5th straight Premier League title in 2025. Financial fair play rules will cap spending unless United boosts its £559 million annual revenue, though a £100 million Qatar Airways sponsorship, signed April 7, 2025, helps. Old Trafford's redevelopment will force home games to Wembley for 2 seasons starting 2026, a logistical challenge already sparking debate among season ticket holders. Still, the shift is tangible. The debt, a millstone since 2005, is gone. Old Trafford, once mocked for its leaky roof, will soon rival Europe's elite venues. On April 6, 2025, United beat Arsenal 2-1 in their last match under Glazer ownership, a fitting farewell. The next day, Al-Mansouri's representatives met with Ten Hag to finalise transfer plans, signalling intent. Fan groups like the Manchester United Supporters Trust, long critical of the Glazers, issued a statement: "This is the reset we fought for. The future starts now." Across Manchester, red flags wave again with pride. Al-Mansouri's wealth, tied to Qatar's gas riches, dwarfs even the Abu Dhabi billions behind City. His promise isn't just to compete, but to dominate, echoing Ferguson's era when United ruled England and Europe. The Glazers' exit ends a divisive 20 years, Al-Mansouri's arrival begins a historic one. As the 2025-26 season looms, Old Trafford's roar grows louder, its dreams bigger. Manchester United is back, and this time, it's no false dawn.